Welcome back to Kent Plays. Everything's exploding. Trains are driving by my house, and the episode's starting, and I gotta. Oh god, the timer. Oh no, 8 and then 7 and enter the. Oh no, it's not a 4-button password on my phone anymore. Okay, the fingerprint. Okay, we're good. Sorry for that. Welcome back. We're chilling. We're hanging out. We're not panicking. Everything's good. We're good. You're good. You're chilling. I'm panicking. That's my job. Your job is to chill and relax. It's Ken Plays. Okay, Tommy, do your thing.
Waste time studying.
Braham, no one has ever wasted time studying.
Yeah, Braham.
Let's stay on course. Which way, Tiny?
Now that we started the engine, I'm getting a
Taking a sip of
sizable
water.
power signature. Might be a lab. Follow me, the big guy.
Timey. What are we doing, Timey?
Should be just around this... Wait. Sorry, guys, the signal just moved.
Did it now?
I guess the lay equipment on Scruffy's not quite perfected yet.
It's fine. Let's just keep moving before we run into more trouble.
Yes, indeed. Oh, this has been a lengthy mission. Oh no, not more robots. Golem robots. Smeagol robots. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, just move on. I got it. Don't bother to give it that last little hit there for me. Fucking assholes. Breathing my fire. My hot fire. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We gotcha. Timey, there's one right there. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a golem. Go. Get some water. Short circuit these robots. And boop. I think you gotta be closer for that one.
Time to do some more damage.
More hot fire. There we go. Now I remember how to play. I should have been recording when I actually played this game a lot, because that was a lot better than I am right now. This is, well, I've been playing for an hour today, so I'm not as terrible as I was when I first started playing today. Or like, it's so weird when you think about it with Let's Play shows. The breaks you take between recording sessions of the same like playthrough, and if you're watching it like a year after the fact, you've come to the channel and you're like, oh cool, Ken Plays, he did all of Guild Wars 2, The Heart of Thorns, I think about buying that, I'll watch this. It's just like erratically different every like 8 episodes or whatever. Whoa, he's getting really good, and then like all of a sudden it's just like, oh man, why is he just fucking garbage for this episode? But there's reasons like that is why your favorite Let's Players are erratic and non-consistent. It's because we're trying to produce content that you like, or I guess the idea, I'm an amateur, but Let's Players are trying to produce content that people like and will enjoy, that fits their branding, but also at the same time, you know, typically most Let's Players are gamers, and so there is a compulsion to actually like finish these games for the accomplishment and everything, right? For the channel and for the, you know, your rep. And yeah, it's funny when you look at how that translates to actually doing fucking 80 episodes of a series. There's very few channels out there that do stay committed to finishing any game, I've noticed, and I think it's funny when you see people rag on certain popular channels where they're like, these guys never finish any games. It's like, okay, they've got like 10 full series and some of them are reputably, oh, what am I supposed to be doing here? Anyways, some of them are like reputably difficult games, right? You know, like channels that have like playthroughs of Dark Souls and stuff like that. It's like, okay, you can't really rag on someone who has a playthrough of Dark Souls. Even if that's the only full playthrough they have, it's still something, and I don't know. It just seems like jelly or something. I don't know. Whoa! I know what to do. I know what to do. Boom! That's, yeah, I got it. I got it. We got it, guys. I figured it out. I still don't know if I have any other attacks that help break guard on enemies, but hopefully it won't regen before my slow-ass ability does, which it looks like it's going to, so let's try the rocks. Yeah, okay, that works. That does it. That one's helping. Where is that asshole? There he is. There he is. There he is. Maybe this will do it. Nope. Oh, cute game. That's cute. I like it. It's really cute. It's really, it suits you. It's cute. Did I break his shield? Am I still at least hitting him? I broke it, but I regen. This is... Ugh. This is embarrassing. Okay. Okay, no, that was a different one or something. I'm so confused right now. Boom. Break your shield. Oh, it killed him. Huh. I guess I was doing good the whole time. Going down. Downtown to clown. This bitch is toast. This chick. Oh, Braham, don't die. Oh, Braham. Oh, Braham. Yeah, just stare at it. That'll help. Or stand. Good job, Timey. Welcome back again, just in case, because I can't remember right now if I'd beaten that before I lost my footage. It's 28 minutes, so I think this is the actual welcome back. Yes, so I kept playing last night until I got to Mordermoth, but I lost all that footage. Timey standing here at the activated gate was the last thing I remember looking at from when I was editing footage last night, so I'm going to mark that down too. 28 minutes possible start time. Well, not start time, because this will be the end of this episode, I'm assuming is what I did last night, but no one knows because that's gone. I have to listen to the audio, and I'm too lazy for that. Oh yeah, okay, and I was all like, okay, fine, I'll run through the portal. Okay, let's run through the portal. Got through the portal. No, I think we kept doing this. I think... That's so... Oh, this must be so weird. Maybe... Okay, it's just because then... Maybe this was the part I came back from. So welcome back again, just in case? This is the part too, maybe. I don't think so, though. I think, yeah, we gotta do this nonsense now. Yes, yes, we have to do this boss fight thing. Whoa.
Wait, the emblem on that blast sword.
That must be it.
The, like,
We need to get through that.
Photoshop emblem dragon. It's a really nice looking dragon, but that's quite something that an ancient society of people... Well, I guess it's the technologically advanced rat people, so that actually kind of makes sense. There you go.
Probably.
Maybe they invented Photoshop.
Let's think about this.
Makes sense.
Why aren't those doors open?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, sorry, I just didn't mention that part because we're all gonna die. Look at that. Look at the little bastards scurrying around. Look at them. Look at them. I like the chalk. They're pretty cool.
Place in this way conduit is blown. They almost certainly rendered the and the lab inoperable would win.
At distance, it kind of looks like she's talking. That's just like the Annie-analyzing around her face. I love that in older games when you'd use your imagination and just the jankiness of the graphics. Like, no, I think it's talking. I think the character's talking. Pretty sure that's him talking. And really it's just like 2 pixels shifting as it moves position a little bit. I guess some game developers would pick up on things like that and Those were some of the earlier talking animations. You know, literally someone would notice something like that and go, oh, well, shit, no, let's just put the dialogue boxes when he's doing that animation or that movement. I would imagine, at least.
I have an idea for that too. But first things
Not
first.
having been alive in the early days of video game development. As in, like, 1980.
Alright, big guy. It's time. You know what to do.
Fuck you. Get up there and die, bitch.
Why did he stop?
Man, Heart of Thorns is just like one big, massive, fucking bummer roller coaster. We lose air. Fucking the coolest robot in the entire game is just like, yeah, okay, I guess. Fine. I mean, you know I'm pretty cool looking, right? I guess you need this. Okay. We could just leave the dragon alone. Seems like if we don't mess with it, it won't get any more powerful. And your mom died, Braham. Aw. Get that out of there. Well, there's bummer point like fucking 1,000 of Heart of Thorns campaign. They really like, they got serious with this one. It's no mussing around.
Now, about those chalk.
I mean, yeah, it's just a robot, but
Come
it's
here.
not just a robot to someone who has like nothing in life.
Sure. Why?
Because I'm about to be bad.
Yay, let's kill shit. Come on, let's go kill shit. Come on, walk and talk.
We can figure all the lights in there to feed into the lenses, turning it into a giant heat ray.
Yeah. Fucking rights.
Do what you need.
And this time, I remember how to do it properly, so I won't run around the room for 10 minutes aimlessly not being able to do this. Sometimes losing footage is a good thing. Besides, I needed to, if you couldn't tell from some previous episodes, I needed a lot of practice with this game, and this is good. It's been, like, it's a game I've played a lot since it's been out, obviously, but I find it's one of those games, like a fighting game kind of thing. If you don't play it regularly, you definitely lose your skill set. And it's not like the hardest game in the universe, but if you're into the competitive PvP, we're doing like the fractal endgame stuff, that's, you know, you really got to be on top of your game, and people are nice in this game who you can go party with. At least they were when I used to play fractals a lot, and it's just random people, right? Like, people are generally nice, but if you're someone who's like clearly not the skill level everyone needs to be at that kind of mission, well, it's no offense to you, but they're probably going to find some way to kick you or something like that, or just nicely ask you to leave, because you just can't mess around in those kind of missions. You need to be precise. Everyone needs to be on the same page, and you'll find like there'll be someone who, especially when you'll get kicked or someone will like start to get a little bit angry, is when there's a really nice person who's telling you exactly what to do and trying to like teach you or teach someone in the group like how to play it, and that person either won't listen to them, is arguing with them, or says like do it this way, and like everyone else is just like no, that guy's right, like that's how we should do this, it's way quicker, and they just like, no, I'm just gonna stand over here and do this, and it's like, okay, well, we're gonna kick you and we're gonna quit and we're gonna start over and find a new squad mate, because it's impossible with someone like that, you know, as opposed to just wasting 10 minutes to restart and find someone else. Well, anyways, protect Timmy while she works. What is she working on? Where did she go? Oh, that's right, I forgot. I gotta get up here. Timmy, I'm sorry. We're causing a distraction at ground level. They're not even fighting her. She's good. Okay, it's like, and see, this is what erratic missions. So look at the health of these chalks. And I know like there's way more of them in this room, but it's not like we were fighting a few of them before. Way easier to fight. And it's almost like someone felt guilty from the last mission while they were developing this one. It was just like, we should probably turn down them a little bit and just let this end part of the mission be, you know, just kill a bunch of chalk and turn on the big death ray and have fun, because I think we put the players through enough. And it's that weird like conscience the developers have with this game that I'll rage, I'll get so angry, and then I'll do the next mission and it's just like, okay, at least they know they fucked with me and now they're gonna give me a break. You know, if you're gonna have a difficult game, that's a really nice thing I think to do in game design, is and not just for the sake of variety in your gameplay, but just simply to like let the player have a second to breathe and enjoy the game from a different perspective, as opposed to just constantly running. Even the new Doom game, which is like endless adrenaline pumping action, has moments where it stops and it's like, ooh, look at the cool scenery for like 5 minutes. Okay, are you feeling calm again? Are you okay? You cool? Okay, here's a bunch of knights. And that's fine. I like that kind of gameplay pace. At least it lets you relax. And of course, with games, the ultimate thing is play at your own fucking pace, pause it and everything, but there's something to be said too with playing a game like that based on its checkpoints. That's one thing. I'm a pure PC gamer, obviously, and I used to be really resistant to games that didn't let you quick save and stuff. Or manually save in general, and just relied on checkpoints. And I think there's some games that are really bad that do that, and they're just a miserable time for it. But then there's some games that are really good and are quite challenging, and without the checkpoint system, they'd be, they wouldn't necessarily be trivial, but you can definitely see where the experience is. It's like listening to a music album, right? Like from start to finish with the checkpoints kind of thing, because you get the genuine experience, you get the stress and anxiety the developers wanted you to feel at that moment, where it's like, oh, where's the next checkpoint? I gotta get the hell out of here, and then you finally get one. It's that elation you feel every time you get one. And if they're properly paced in a game, and it's properly, like, the difficulties, not too insane based on what level you picked and everything, I think that's one of the best ways to do a shooter game, to be quite honest. Because it makes it like an arcade game almost. That same sense of urgency you get from spending your quarters, I think checkpoints kind of brings into modern gaming. So yeah, despite the fact this channel, primarily because we don't have a capture card or mini consoles right now, plays PC games, know that I'm not an idiot, and I recognize that modern consoles brought a lot to gaming too. Even if, like things like Steam changed the way we all purchase games on every console, console games, like the newest shooters, have definitely changed the way we think about how a shooter should be played and built. And as much as people rag on Call of Duty for being nothing but like, an assembly line franchise at this point, which it is, and it has been, and they said that, they came out honestly about that years ago, right, when they told us what their production schedule was going to be like, because they knew, or they were trying to meet their assumed demand for the game, and whatever, they got to make money at the end of the day eventually. It's not at all about being, for gamers, by gamers. At some point you do have a company and you have to make a living. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus here. I was hoping that would last a little bit longer. Oh, nice! Okay, game, you're giving me a break here. Okay, let's try not to die. Oh, no, okay, well, we're here. This is better. Oh, Braham's healing us, that's right. Yeah, this is definitely giving the player a break mission. Yeah, and on the same note, if you're a PC gamer, you're like, oh, this guy's a PC gamer seller. I still despise a lot of mainstream console things for what I consider to be the dumbing down, or if that's too generic of a term for you, the oversimplification and streamlining and the over-tutorialization of gaming in general. Because I know it's trying to appeal to a broader market and trying to make gaming not just for core gamers, but at the same time it's like, okay, well, there is something appealing about games the way they are, and what's wrong with the argument of trying to bring people over to the side of liking games the way they, gamers like them? Because that's why they were starting to become so popular in the first place. It wasn't because everything was over-tutorialized. No, that came after games started to become more popular in recent years. Obviously, you had the video game crash in '83. Nintendo and Sega bring everything back from the ashes. Kind of, that's the story that we're all told. That's more or less the history and what happened. There's more to it than that, obviously, and there's more than just Sega and Nintendo that contributed to it. You have the whole PC gaming thing starting, already existing at that point, pretty much unaffected by the crash overall, and continuing to sail along, and then start to go into what a lot of people like me consider to be the golden era of PC gaming through the 90s and early 2000s. And so, so it's not like Nintendo and Sega were the only ones that kept gaming alive. I don't think that's true at all. I think that's an oversimplification of history. And it's also like saying, oh, it's because there's a shortage of quarters in Japan that called it the crash. No, there's so much more going on than just that, guys. There's And I highly recommend. There's some excellent books written on the topic. Maybe if I remember when I'm editing this, I'll try to put a link in the video to the book I read when I was in school for a video game history class, actually. And it was really interesting to get like a full kind of story of what happened. Anyways, or a more detailed story than just Sega and Nintendo. Anyways, not to rag on Sega and Nintendo, but you know, you just hear these really common terms thrown around so often that it becomes disseminated eventually as the truth, and that's not the entire truth. So after the video game crash, the 90s and the early 2000s, video games were, especially early 2000s, they were starting to pick up again. But the 90s was kind of a weird, they were popular among young people for sure. But, and, you know, like people of an older generation, like my sister, for example, who's 6 years older than me, she was into gaming always too, but she grew up with games as well. So she was kind of more of a, like, I would assume to be a bit more of a fringe person than most people were at the time.
Not even knowing it, Katie. Only knowing we have to beat it.
What are they babbling on about?
Our mission is to find out how.
Anyways,
To do that,
that's
we have to get
video game
closer
crash
to
stuff, and
thanks to that lady,
PC gaming golden age
exactly where it is.
rose up and
Let's catch up with the others then.
stuff.
I suppose it'd be nice
Gaming.
to have some help finding this weakness.
What do you want, Tiny?
Thanks for everything, Tiny. So, does this mean no more Scruffy?
Oh no. I already have design plans for Scruffy 2.0.
No, but yeah, I guess that's what I'm babbling on about. The early 2000s, sorry, I was actually listening to what they were saying there for a second. The early 2000s is when gaming started to become big again, and that's when you had like games like Half-Life and Halo and stuff. And I would not consider Halo, the original Halo, to be an example of a game, or even like a last-gen kind of like transitional game like GoldenEye. I would not consider those games to be heavily tutorialized. Even if they were meant to appeal to a mainstream audience, because like GoldenEye, for example, it's based on a really popular movie franchise, and it wasn't necessarily the hardest shooter ever made. No, of course not. But like, so it was meant to appeal to pretty much anyone, and everyone could pick it up and enjoy it. But at the same time, GoldenEye doesn't treat you like an idiot, and that's what pisses me off with all this stuff.
Me too, Commander. Give that dragon a
And so and I think a lot of marketing people for the big console companies were like, oh no, you need this because people are going to be confused if they don't have tutorials. We need to get the mainstream, we need to grow gaming. And maybe it worked, maybe more people did get into it because of that, maybe I'm wrong. But as a core gamer, long before that was an incentive for companies, and I think it's stopping now. If you look at things like Breath of the Wild, like Peter and I have talked about before on the show. But yeah, whatever, it's not the biggest problem in gaming in the world, but it's definitely something that ruined immersion for me for a long time in a lot of games, where it's just like, you're making this so painfully obvious it's a video game. Can I please just enjoy your creative piece of work you made? But, you know, that's that. Anyways, so I think I'm going to end this episode here. I'm going to boot it up after this. I don't know how long that episode's going to be or whatever. And yeah, I lost some footage. Let's do this. Let's get to the finale. Let's beat Mordremoth. Let's not pick Braham for the end fight, so we don't have to deal with Air and Garm, because then you basically have to fight 3 mini-bosses. So yeah, anyways, have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, debate me about what I said about all that stuff. If I'm wrong or whatever, I would love to be informed more about that, or talk about it more with people, because I love talking about shit like this. But anyways, peace out, everyone. Have a good one. Thanks for watching if you got this far.